All right, well, I thought this one might be a little bit interesting. So got another road trip, and a friend of mine came with me on this one. He's into photography, so I thought we'd head on out and go to the Grand Tetons. Left from California to Wyoming. We got here in about 16 hours. And like in previous videos, using the Dominator bedroll, you can just kind of unroll that thing and you're ready to go. You know, it took a little bit longer actually for me this time because I'm running the cot, and then I decided to use the pole system and kind of keep that canvas off me on this particular one. And again, it was perfect. Just a really good setup. I did bring the Bedrock air mattress that Canvas Cutter has, and I've been using it probably for a couple of months already, and I'm really surprised that I'm using this more and more. I'm using it more than I thought I would, instead of their foam mattress, you know, and they're both good. They're both really comfortable. I'm starting to like this one because it doesn't take long to set up. It's surprisingly, to me, just as comfortable as the other one is. So that's a good thing. But you can roll this up a lot tighter. And when room is a factor and you're kind of running and gunning it, you know, it's kind of a nice way to go. Anyway, I thought what was making this one a little bit different is that, so, you know, you guys know that I'm running the Dominator 2.0. I think I want that 3.0, so I'm thinking about that still. And of course I've got, let me see if I can, you know I'm using also their sleeping bag. I have the pillow, but I'm actually using the Hest. I have the Canvas Cutter pillow that they have, the inflatable one, but I've been using more of the Hest pillow, so that's kind of what I do with mine. And just a little tweak. I'm actually got a iPad Mini in there, so days get dark and then you just turn in a little bit early. You can watch the news and all that kind of stuff. But my buddy decided to go ahead and bring one of those things. And, you know, it's the tent on the cot, and he's got the double on there. And it was kind of funny because he started setting it up. I decided to go ahead and talk to the ranger and pay for the site that we had last night. And it took about 20 minutes to go down there, and he went through the whole spiel of the fire rings and all that stuff that they do. And it's probably a good 20 minutes later, I got back and he was still setting it up. And now granted, it's new for him. So, you know, there was a little bit of that factor in there too, but it still takes a long time to set up. And I think that's what I like about, you know, Canvas Cutter. You know, you can just set it up in minutes. You know, I mean, even this setup with the poles and the cot and everything like that, the whole thing probably took me, you know, maybe about 10 minutes, you know, and I wasn't pushing it, just kind of doing that, you know, that steady pace. Oh, and I almost forgot, I'm just kind of looking at this over here, but, and I really appreciated this last night. So, I was probably up about 4 o'clock in the morning, maybe between 4 and 5, and needing to go to the restroom. And it's, I don't say freezing out here, but it's cold enough. And I didn't want to get out of the bag. I mean, I was like doing everything I can to talk myself out of getting out of that thing, and it was warm in there. And I thought, you know what? So what I started doing differently is, so I have the foot locker. You can see it's down there, and this is another thing that Canvas Cutter has. So I always put my shoes in there. I am running that barrier mat, you know. So get up with my socks and this and that, and I have my shoes in here. But I also started putting my jacket in there and a beanie and a few other things I thought I would need if it got too cold, because I don't want to go out and just be freezing and go to the bathroom and try to run back in this thing. And then, if you get in there too aggressively, you might hit the poles and kind of tweak them out of place, try to do that. But I don't know if you can see that in the background. There's the part of the Tetons back there. I guess I should move around this corner. Maybe you can see that a little bit better. Anyway, fire is going out here. I'm just lucky enough to be able to do these things and head on out and spend time in using some of these products. And with the Bedrock mattress, the air mattress specifically, wanted to talk a little bit more about that. It doesn't make noise when you're trying to move over on your side, or you're whether you're moving from your side sleeper to your stomach or whatever. It doesn't make that noise that other mattresses make. It's thick enough, and it's about 4 inches, I think, 3.5 or 4 inches. But it is plenty, and it covers the entire, the bottom surface of the Dominator from head to toe and from the sides. So it's pretty good. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. Thank Campus Cutter again for their products, and wishing you guys some really good trips out there. So take care, everybody.